Look at this creature. It has no brain, no heart, no eyes, blood, stomach, or nervous system. It cannot run, swim, or move a single millimeter. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a dull, lifeless lump of organic tissue stuck to the ocean floor. But what if I told you that this dead rock is the most efficient pump on planet Earth? Right now, this small sponge is pumping thousands of liters of water through its body every single day, filtering bacteria at speeds unmatched by any human-made device. We are used to thinking of dinosaurs and sharks as the ancient masters of the Earth. But while the first animals were only beginning to crawl, these creatures were already filtering the global ocean. They survived 5 mass extinctions, learned to thrive at depths of 11,000 meters, engineered their own glass weapons, and hold the key within their genome to curing cancer and incurable 21st century viruses. Today, you will discover why the sea sponge isn't just a bath accessory, but one of the most advanced and alien organisms on our planet. For a long time, humanity didn't even understand what it was looking at. Ancient Greeks and Aristotle classified sponges as plants. Until the 18th century, biologists argued, is it an animal, a plant, or a mineral structure? It wasn't until 1765 that naturalist John Ellis noticed sponges contracting and generating water currents. This was official confirmation. We are looking at Porifera, Latin for pore bearers, the oldest multicellular animals. Sponges appeared on Earth over 600 million years ago, long before the first trees, dinosaurs, or most known marine species. So what is their strangest trait? Sponges have no tissues or organs. Essentially, a sponge is a unique living colony of millions of specialized cells working together like a synchronized megacity. If you take a living sponge, pass it through a fine sieve, and turn it into a liquid slurry, its cells won't die. Within a couple of days in an aquarium, these individual cells will find each other again and reassemble into a complete animal. No other organism on Earth can do this. The engineering design of a sponge is a hydraulic masterpiece. A sponge's structure resembles a labyrinth. Its entire surface is covered in microscopic openings called pores. Inside are specialized cells called choanocytes, or collar cells. Each cell features a microscopic flagellum. Millions of flagella beat simultaneously in one direction, creating a pressure differential. It is literally a biofuel-powered pump. Water is pulled through the side pores. The cells capture anything edible, bacteria, plankton, and organic particles down to a few microns in size. The purified water is then forcefully expelled through the top opening, the osculum. A single coffee mug-sized sponge can pump and purify up to 2,000 liters of water a day. Without sponges, our oceans would turn into a murky, bacteria-choked soup. They are the primary kidneys of the world ocean. Water filtration and a peaceful lifestyle are what we are used to seeing in shallow waters. But what happens down where there is no light and food is drastically scarce? Thousands of meters deep, sponges shed their peaceful mask and turn into cold-blooded predators. Forget filtration. Deep-sea killer sponges use pure silica to build flexible hooks and sticky threads, trapping passing crustaceans like spiders in a dungeon. And that is only the beginning. Right now, living on the ocean floor are glass sponges, whose optical systems surpass our modern fiber-optic cables, with individual specimens reaching 11,000 years of age. Welcome to the darkest and most incredible side of these creatures. Let's examine these fascinating species. First, carnivorous sponges. In the 1990s, deep-sea biologists made a shocking discovery. In plankton-scarce environments, sponges of the family Clatorisidae evolved into predators. Their bodies are covered in microscopic silica hooks. When a small crustacean brushes past, it gets stuck instantly. The sponge then slowly envelops the prey with its cells, digesting it alive over several days. Second, glass sponges. Some sponges build their skeletons not from organic matter, but from biosilica, essentially pure glass. The most famous is Venus's flower basket. It constructs an insanely strong, delicate glass cage. NASA engineers and architects study these sponges to design hyper-durable skyscrapers and spacecraft. What's more, their glass spicules transmit light better than artificial fiber optics, without breaking when bent. Their role in nature and science goes even deeper. Till death do us part. Symbiosis. Inside Venus's flower basket, a pair of microscopic shrimp often takes up residence. They enter as larvae, feed on the protected food pulled in by the sponge, and grow. But soon, they become too large to escape through the glass grid. The shrimp spend their entire lives inside the sponge, in complete safety, reproduce, and their offspring swim out into the open water. In Japan, this sponge is traditionally given as a wedding gift, symbolizing eternal love, together forever, until death do us part. Chemical warfare and future medicine. Since sponges cannot run away from predators, they became masters of chemical warfare. They produce intensely toxic compounds to prevent fish from eating them and algae from overgrowing on them. Today, these toxins offer huge promise for modern medicine. Chemical compounds from the sponge Cryptotethia crypta led to the creation of acyclovir, the first effective drug against herpes, as well as treatments for HIV. Meanwhile, compounds isolated from deep-sea sponges are currently in clinical trials as potent anti-tumor agents for breast and lung cancer. Sponges are among the longest-living organisms on the planet. A deep-sea sponge of the species Monoropus chuni is estimated to be 11,000 years old. It witnessed the end of the last ice age and the dawn of human civilization. Yet even these titans of survival are threatened today. Massive, heavy bottom-trawling nets pulverize centuries-old glass gardens on the seafloor. Meanwhile, rising water temperatures and ocean acidification trigger widespread die-offs of sponges on coral reefs. The disappearance of sponges would mean the collapse of ocean filtration and the loss of thousands of interconnected species. Next time you see a simple, synthetic, or natural sponge in your bathroom, remember its wild ocean relatives. They survived the planet's worst catastrophes, learned to build houses out of glass, mastered predation in the deepest abysses, and gave humanity life-saving medicines. Nature creates nothing without purpose. Even the most unassuming living rock at the bottom of the ocean can hold the greatest secrets of evolution. Which fact about sea sponges surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next deep dives into the mysteries of our world. See you next time.